approving the agenda as written?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Now we need to approve the minutes that Sally has done such a wonderful detailed job on. Thank you so much.
Guys, we are live, just so you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, can we have a motion to approve the minutes as written?
I make the motion to approve the minutes as so written.
I second.
Sorry.
Okay, all those in favor of approving the minutes from the October 11th meeting as written, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, we approve the minutes. At this time, we have our citizen input part of our meeting. We just ask that that be limited to 3 minutes. Do we have someone on the sign-up sheet?
Jenny Grimes is here to speak on behalf of Green Space.
And that's a special report.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think do you have any, sir?
No.
Okay. We're at this time, because he is helping us with technology, Kenny, we're gonna skip over the council report and we'll just do the director's report. We're ready to go back.
Okay. I'm gonna do the director's report on behalf of Bobby Duke today. He's out with COVID. I'm Sally Adams and I'm his assistant. And I've been with the Parks Department for 3 weeks now. Yay. So first of all, I want to start by saying that it's been fun and it's been a whirlwind 3 weeks. So we started out by beginning work on a catalog because we want to have a regular catalog of activities available for people. And we'll start with an online catalog. We're in the process of getting it ready to post so that we can put a QR code on all of our print materials. That means anybody who wants to read the catalog, all they have to do is, if they have a phone, they can read the QR code. I don't think there are many phones that don't read QR codes anymore. But we'll have other ways for people to be able to. But we won't be printing them just yet. We attended a seminar, or I attended a seminar on Canva. I attended a social media seminar, and both Bobby and I attended a developing parks program seminar that was for parks that are looking at featuring trees in their parks and recreation program. And that was really interesting. I've done some work with the designated outdoor refreshment area group this week as they prepare for the first sip and stroll. I'm assisting with that as an addendum to my usual duties with Parks and Recreation Department. In October, we had a movie night, a door decor contest. I've included for members of the commission the winner of the door decor contest, and you can see that online as well on the Facebook Town of Colonial Beach portal. It'll show you the addresses of the doors that entered and the winner, who will receive a gift card, an Amazon gift card. And he was very excited. And then we'll do another one for the winter holidays. And we also had town hall on Town Hill, which was a big, the Parks and Rec Department participated bigly on that one, and it turned out to be very successful. So it was a lot of fun. We had over 200 kids in and out during the course of the morning on Saturday this week, or last week. In November and December, we have plans to bring soccer, tennis, and basketball to the Parks and Recreation Department. Tennis has been ongoing, thanks to Eileen, but thanks to Ms. Heath. But I'm also doing we are also doing soccer Sundays. Starting this Sunday, we have 4 coaches, and we'd like to have some more. So if anybody is interested in coaching soccer, reach out to us here at the Parks and Rec Department. My email is sadams@colonialbeachva.gov. We also have basketball 3x3 that's going 3-on-3 that's going to be going on in December. We're expecting to take that through January. So during the coldest months, people will be able to play indoor basketball. We have a family game night planned in November, women's powder puff football in November, holiday karaoke in December, an over 55 ornament party in December, and the annual crab pot drop, of course, at the end of the month. in December. We have big plans for January, including a new project that we're working on called YOGO, which stands for Young Adults on the Go. And it's meant for people in their 20s and 30s. And it's going to be a once-a-month program for young adults. And these nights will include activities selected by a group of YOGO social coordinators, and they'll take place in a different venue every month. While exploring childcare options for young parents, I met a recreation specialist who actually works in childcare right now, who is talking to me now about developing a summer camp. So that's very exciting. We're also looking at a February omnibus, which would be a program, a night scheduled where you might have 3 different things going on during the evening. You might have a writing group meeting, a crochet club, and something else going on one evening. And we're also interfacing with some of the NGOs in town, so nonprofit organizations that already have things going on. We're in conversation with them to start bringing the Parks and Rec Department into those programs and seeing finding some intersectionality so that we can bring more things to more people through the Parks and Recreation Department. So that's what I have.
Wonderful.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you, Sally. We can move back to numbers 7, 8, which flip-flop. So Kenny, the council report. Do you have anything at this time?
So I do not have anything at the moment. Mic doesn't work. That's okay, it's fine.
Talk about
Talk loud. No, I do not have anything at the moment. We do have a town council meeting tomorrow here at 6 p.m. So if you have anything that you want to bring back, we can certainly do that. I know that I'll be bringing up the fact that we still are looking for a replacement for Philip. So that'll be happening. And I believe that Mr. Duke provided us with future items where individuals are coming up for their seats. Last meeting, I guess I do have something. Last meeting, it was approved that Mike Menace would stay on for the Park and Rec Advisory Commission. So he was reappointed. Thank you. But other seats are coming up in due time, so we'll have to address those. As far as I know, we don't have any applicants at this point in time.
We have one. We do.
Well, then we have one. So we'll go from there.
Do we know when that process closes?
We have not set a time frame. I'd recommend probably a 30-day time limit, just so that way, and I can announce that tomorrow, say that we're going to keep it open for 30 days, and then at the next meeting, we'll address whoever has applied at this point and go from that point on, unless you have other recommendations.
No, I think that's perfect.
Is this appropriate to ask a question? One of the things we've been discussing for quite a few months is additional cameras in the parks. Can you ask them where we stand with that?
Okay.
Because I'm grateful we have some cameras, but I feel like if the town can afford it, we need more.
Yeah, that'll probably be a question to the town manager to address that, so.
Important.
And I don't know if it's a thing you bring up to the council, but it's just the, getting the audience with the town manager and the mayor,
Scheduling.
or at least the manager,
Correct.
so we can discuss some items.
Yep, so I should have a one-on-one with the town manager later this week. And then we can discuss that and find out the appropriate time to meet.
Because that, I guess, kind of segues us totally into our next agenda item, which, with the bylaws. We totally use the planning commission's ones as a template because even at that time, we were unclear of what council and town management truly expected
Sure.
from us. So I feel like, and we've talked some about this, It would be really, really helpful to have a better understanding of what they see our
Duties and
role.
roles, correct.
Exactly, so that we have some parameters, because I would hate for us to do like, I know, Cody took that whole thing and wrote it and redid it and spent a lot of time on
Sure.
it. And, technically, it's really not even what we're doing or where we are, so, I think some guidance in structuring that,
Sure.
has to happen for us to know what direction to take or what we need to do next.
Understood.
Any other thoughts on that? I guess
That's it.
That would be great, thank you, Kenny.
Sure.
okay. So then we have moved right on to, Jenny Grimes then.
Well,
Is
I was
your
not
mic-
planning
It's
on
Jenny's
coming,
mic.
what?
Is that mic working? So
It is.
Jenny, do you mind coming up to the mic and introducing
And this is
yourself?
very informal, so no, we just,
How's this? Is that better?
perfect.
So I am Jenny Grimes, and I am on the board of directors of Green Space, and currently I am their membership person and their grant administrator. I'm new, just rolled in May, so I'm learning about all these things. Honestly, didn't even know there was a Parks and Rec advisory board until, like a week or so ago. So I'm just here to introduce myself, and I think Green Space, we've not had a meeting for about a month and a half, but we will be having one in November. We want to, assure you that we're gonna start attending these on a more regular basis. I'm going to tell them that if I'm available, I'll be happy to be here on Tuesdays, but I'll make sure we have backups to come. I think that's a great idea. And hopefully we can, what I think we would like to know are what some of the initiatives that you guys are shepherding in for 2023 and how we as Green Space can help you with those.
Sure, and we,
So-
and you may not have known this, Jenny, coming on later. We, last year, Green Space was the first NGO group that we recognized as a Parks and Rec Commission as a collaborative partner. And that was announced at town council, so, our goal is anybody that was already doing some of the things that Parks and Recs do, we want that to be a collaborative partnership kind of thing.
Right.
Because so many things have gone on in this town without that true Parks and Rec programs facilitate and help with. So we felt like we would be stronger by collaborating with those groups that have already been in the trenches and doing
Sure.
this kind of stuff. So,
Are here, so that's
so thank you.
that's why I'm here, and I will leave my contact info here if you don't already have it, and always can call me, and and if I don't know the question or it needs to go to the board or some other folks at Green Space, I can attempt an answer. I can attempt an answer, may not be the right one, but I can find one, a answer anyway. Okay, yes.
I don't know if you'll know this information or not, Jenny, but we appreciate you coming here tonight. But our last town council meeting, was, a citizen input about Eleanor Park. And, the question was, where is Green Space? Where is Park and Rec with the benches? Have they been ordered? How many? How do you, and you may not know these answers, but some of the things that we've been asked was, how many benches are there? How do you donate to them? And how do you decide which parks get the benches? Because I know several of the benches, including Torrey Smith, parks. Several of the parks could use more benches. So if anyone from Green Space could get back to the commission, or Bobby Duke or Kenny Ellison, any of those answers, that would be great, so we can let the community know.
Right, and I agree, and I think, I do not know the exact number of benches. I believe they have not been ordered yet, and one of the reasons they are waiting on ordering them is they're trying to get their tax exempt certificate, because there'll be over $1,000 worth of taxes we'll have to pay if we don't have that. So that is, from my understanding, one of the things that's delaying the ordering. But we're trying to also balance that with the cost and shipping, and that continues to go up also. So I'll take that back to the meeting to get a final, when are the benches ordered, how many are there going to be ordered? And I don't know the answer as to whether they were all for Eleanor Park or whether they were going to get spread to other parks.
Well, and that would be great, because
Okay.
I've heard different information, you know, it's a
Yeah.
small community. And
So how
you say
many-
one thing and 10 people later have heard it differently.
Well, and then the
We
transparency
ordered-
piece of, you know, if someone wants to order one, I mean, we heard about it a lot, and then it kind of went away.
And
We
I
heard
think
about-
they have closed that aspect of it,
Okay,
I think, but I will confirm.
okay.
Can they still donate? But, so I will take those back and get those questions answered.
And
Thank you.
During those conversations, I did talk with the town manager, and they did have a place to store those.
Well, that's my
At which
understanding.
time they came in, we didn't know when they were gonna order them and that kind of stuff, so I believe there was a designated space where they were gonna put them until, at which time they're installed, so.
And was the town helping install them?
That I don't know.
And I also don't
I
know
assume so, but I don't
who
know.
was providing a design for where they would go, particularly for Eleanor.
That's part of, I think, what we're tasked with.
You
Well,
know, where exactly,
Well,
because, you know.
didn't they just get a grant to hire someone to do the plan, an overview of all our parks, to
So yes, there is,
organize the
a
design?
designation for a master plan for, our parks,
Yes.
which to include Elmo Park and along with the others. I don't know the actual time frame on that, but we did vote on that the last town council meeting about doing the master plan. And I know that there was an RFP, all that kind of stuff that was already handled, but I don't know the exact answer to when that should take place. I do know that during the master plan development, the vendor will be soliciting the town residents, doing their own research and, you know, size and that kind of stuff for the parks to see what's available, you know, what needs to happen as far as like ADA compliance, you know, all the aspects for a master plan, and which we can then use for grants and stuff like that with JC, because a lot of the grants want a shovel-ready type of
Budget
Budget,
line,
right.
line down the line
And
and stuff.
having each park providing a, you know, specific area there to say, all right, this is X amount of square feet, you know, this is what we plan to do, blah, 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 this is what the residents want, north side, Eleanor, the whole gamut of that. And I also understand that they would be coming to potential our meeting to solicit, you know, citizen input, as well as the planning commission meeting as well, because there'll be zoning, you know, site plans, that kind of stuff that has to take place as well.
I guess this might be a good time to ask this too. In developing these parks and doing all these things, you know, it's great, it's wonderful, but in anything you have when it's brand new and it gets used, you know, is there, and this is something we need to think about, talk about, is there a plan for funding or a funding stream that when something breaks at Torrey Smith, or the benches get old, or the trash cans aren't, you know, or more tables are needed? I mean, do we have a line item for, I guess, maintenance on
Correct.
it?
So part of the master plan, there'll be from my understanding, will be line by line, like, you know, this is the type of equipment that you would want in the north side. here's how much it's gonna cost to maintain it.
Mhm.
And this is how much it's gonna cost for, mulch, or whatever, whatever, those type of things will be, as far as I understand it, is, allocated for, current projects and then ongoing efforts to keep it up.
And this is just a suggestion for working with parks and the public and things for year after year after year. As transparent as the town can be about talking about these non-sexy fun things, but
Right.
they have to be in place for a park to function. I mean, when something gets used, it's wear and tear. And I think, a lot of times folks don't think about
Sure.
that component when you're planning something or have something. So just a thought.
Understood?
So question back to the benches. Is there an expectation, and I'm asking because I don't know, that the benches, and I do believe it's like 12 or 13 of them, I'm not really sure, are all going into Elmore Park, or is there an expectation that they will be spread to different parks?
I know that I had asked some people a while ago if they thought there was another picnic table with benches for Torrey Smith. That was not the case, but they looked everywhere for it. And they also thought there was at least 2 more benches, and they do not exist either. And that's a minimal of needs for Torrey Smith. They need at least 2 more benches, because when we have these functions, it's not 6 people. It's, 18, 16 kids, or adults even, it's 12, and there's nowhere for them to sit and do round robins, and even the basketball, we have 1 bench, which we are grateful for what we have. But some of the people who were doing some of the fundraisers said that that they weren't sure where their bench was going.
Well, and that's why I'm asking, because, and I don't know, because I was not involved with that fundraiser, but I don't know if the expectation was, because a lot of those are memorial benches that will have plaques, if the expectation was that they were all going to go in Eleanor Park, if they sold them that,
I think originally they did,
Solicited
that was the
donations that way.
discussion, but what has happened since then, Jenny, and no fault of anything, per the grants that the town has gotten, the plans that have to be made for these spaces, the discussion and the infrastructure of it, is it really gonna look okay if 13 benches are suddenly in that space? I
Well,
mean,
that's why I asked about the plan,
so I don't
because, it would be nice if there was a plan, so they were.
We haven't been told that yet either.
Okay.
I think that's what the entire plan.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And there may be, not knowing if all of the benches were memorial benches, and if there are several that are not, maybe those can be,
Well, it would be wonderful if
Yeah.
Eleanor Park could even have a few to start with, so people
For
could
spring, right?
enjoy now.
that,
Yeah.
I agree,
It's a
I think
beautiful
some picnic
space.
tables there and things like that too. Okay, all right,
Thank you.
any other questions?
Anybody?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look forward to
Time.
working with you. So now we, I guess, are on 10 council recommendations, so Kenny, we have a few things.
Shoot. Tell me what you want.
I guess the,
Cameras to start with,
Yeah, the
lots of cameras.
asking or getting a better feel for the expectation, so when we go to redo our bylaws, what the expectation and our responsibilities and role truly are. And then, maybe if we could have I don't wanna call it a standard answer, that's not the right wording for it, but if we could have some sort of statement about the parks and this plan, them hiring somebody, something that we could say to people when they're asking us about the elevator speech kind of what's happening with the master plan and the RFP and those kinds of things.
To be informed
Yep.
of the basics, what's happening.
Do you guys have anything else?
That's it.
Sally, do you have anything else for us? No? Okay, well, this meeting is now adjourned then.
One question.
Oh, yep.
Just for my information, did I hear correctly that the town acquired, ADA access ramps for the beach?
We had heard that too, but I don't know. I mean, we had them and then they got washed away.
Right.
And then,
So my memory's foggy at the moment, but I believe that we did get new ones, but they're not gonna put them out till the season, not during the winter because of the,
Oh, well, that makes total sense to me. I just wanted to
that's what I
confirm
think. I remember.
I think that's,
that. Is that something you could do, Sally? Would that come under?
Yes, I do, yes.
And I guess the question is, we may have funds in green space that were allocated for those.
well, and something to think about with your group though, just so you're aware, the beaches do not fall under Parks and Rec
Oh.
as of right now. So that may eventually change. But in looking at the RFPs and the things we're looking at, to have accessibility in some of the other spaces, that would be, a wonderful thing. So that someone could have a wheelchair in Eleanor Park, or there was a flat surface, or, because the plan is that at all these parks and spaces, there will be the correct ADA compliant parking and, all those pieces parts. We're even looking at some playground equipment and different things.
I also have one more question, and I don't know if it should go to Bobby or Kenny or the town or whatever. But where are we with the Adopt a Park? Adopt a Park program.
We're just in conversation about it right now.
Okay.
So, the paperwork for it is created.
Yes.
It exists on the website, and now we need to reach out to the groups who said they might be interested.
Okay.
I mean, it's ready to go.
Okay, so can we just get updated when it gets farther along?
It's up, it's on the
Just needs to-
website, we need.
There hasn't been interface about it with groups, I guess.
No, and I'm not sure how that lands,
Okay.
because I wasn't here when the initial conversations were started, but there are some groups that we need to reach out to that.
Can we put that on our agenda for
Green
next
Space
time?
was one of the people,
Yes.
groups that we were talking to, and that was,
A year ago, long.
yeah, like a year ago, so I just was wondering where we're at now, because it was nice for Jenny to come, and Jenny, I didn't know if you know anything about, Adopt a Park.
I've seen it on the website, or I tripped over it, but, I've not heard any discussions within green space itself about it, and
The program is ready to go.
You just need the adopters.
okay,
That's
Okay.
correct, yes.
good to know.
And because I know there was an MOU that was part of that was kind of back and forth.
I think that's been taken care of.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, because
Thank you.
we just.
But that happened before I got there.
Right,
so
right.
I'm sorry, I
It's
sound like
okay.
I don't.
No. It's totally-
We're all working on the update season.
Yeah, my understanding is that it is ready to go.
Sounds good, thank you.
Yep, anything else?
Good. Thank you.
Okay, make sure everybody votes next, Tuesday.
Are you being
Harley?
Do this week.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, meeting adjourned.
Let me fix my hair.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick picture of anybody who let me.
I'll send you.
I'll send you one.
God,